she not about to let y'all play her like that.
To y'all, man. 2 cents be on point. She be on point, bro. On
Appreciate
point.
it.
Nah, for real.
Appreciate
You
it.
be talking facts. Like you was the first one to say it too.
Hi, welcome to the channel. I'm Jay, and this is our 2 cents, where we talk everything boxing, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion. In today's video, we will be discussing Clarissa T-Rex Shields and how she's hating on Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. But before we do that, make sure you punch that like and subscribe button, and make sure you let me know and drop it below your 2 cents as I go throughout the video. I want to thank everybody for stopping by today and taking time out to check out this video. Make sure you watch the video till the end, because I'm going to give a female's perspective on what I think Clarissa Shields is trying to say and get across. And you can always leave super thanks. You can always hit the Cash App if you want to help support the channel. But just make sure you leave a comment below. Let me know and drop it below your 2 cents as I go throughout this video, because I want to provide a different perspective, right? So a lot of y'all know the story already. Cameron put out a tweet about some Clarissa said about some numbers or something he misrepresented, and then he came back and said she got some catching up to do or whatever she said, right? Now, from my understanding, that conversation happened before the Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano fight, and Cameron didn't put that tweet out until after the Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano fight. I watched interviews of Clarissa Shields after that fight. She didn't seem like she was hating at all. She didn't seem like she was hating at all. Now, what I do understand is there are a lot of people that have a problem with Clarissa Shields because they don't like her personality, right? And that's fine. But I don't feel like just because you don't like her personality, you should not at least try to see another perspective of where she could be coming from about what she's saying and just automatically saying she a hater. So she comes back out and she, defending herself, and you know how Clarissa Shields is, and people are like, "Oh, you a hater? You got to try to steal the spotlight. You can't let them shine." When how is she trying to steal the spotlight when Cameron is the one that made the conversation public? He's the one that made the conversation public. How is she trying to steal the spotlight? That's one. I mean, look, this is my 2 cents, and these are questions that I'm asking, right? And so, let me know and drop below what you think. And so now, since it's put out there like that, like she hating on the Amanda Serrano numbers, she like, well, if we go in there, technically, no, they were not the most watched women's boxing event. Technically, they were the women's most watched boxing event because a lot of people were watching an event, which was Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, and some women's was boxing on it, so they seen it. Are we giving Barrios and all the other fighters on the card any credit for the numbers that they like? Are they gonna be able to use those numbers in negotiations? I'm just asking. Will Mario Barrios be like, "Hey, I got 50 million people, crunch them numbers up"? I'm just asking. And so when Clarissa Shields comes out and say, boom, 2 million, I was the most watched event, me and Savannah Marshall, because that was our fight. We headlined the card. They marketed it with me and her, and everybody, those 2 million people tuned in to see us. We know Savannah Marshall didn't do no 2 million. She couldn't do it by herself. So that's the point that she's trying to make. And I don't think people realize, right? Like, Clarissa Shields is extremely competitive. And like I've said in many other videos before, I came up as an athlete surrounded by a bunch of competitive women. Me and my friends were so competitive that at one point we couldn't even play board games or no type of games together because that's how competitive we were. And a lot of people don't want to appreciate like Tank Davis because he had a hard background coming up and he overcame and became successful, but they don't want to appreciate Clarissa for what she overcame and was able to be successful. And her accolades are awesome. 2-time gold medalist, undisputed in several weight classes, did it in like 15, 16 fights. You get what I'm saying? I get it. Amanda Serrano is a 7-division champion. And you know, I get it. Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor, they got accolades. They got this, they got that. They've been able to do this and do that. But they have great backing. They have a great promotional team with Jake Paul and MVP. He's been able to use his following and the way he's been able to position himself within boxing to put them in spaces where they can be seen. And I think that that's great. But let's not act like, and I'm not one to be pulling a race card or nothing like that, but let's not act like boxing ain't a racist sport, and it be like that sometimes. Let's not act like we don't see the concerted effort to continuously, passively, aggressively diminish Clarissa Shields and her accomplishments and try to make her confidence or her insecurities or whatever you want to call it, and the way she acts and responds to people over that, and try to put these people in a position that they did not put themselves in. If Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano were headlining that card, do you think 65 million people would have tuned in? Yes or no? Because y'all acting like y'all don't understand the point she's trying to make, because y'all don't like her because she challenges men in boxing. She challenges anybody that says anything to her. Do I agree with it? No. But that's who she is. And I get it. I don't like certain boxers' personalities. For example, I thought the tweet that Terrence Crawford put out to Jerron Boots Ennis was a little condescending. Yeah, that's how I felt about it. I felt like that tweet was condescending. But I didn't act like people saying, oh, he big up, he helping him out, he giving advice. I didn't act like that can't be a possibility just because I don't like him like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. I'm seeing video. I'm seeing posts from, well, I thought it was about big up in women's boxing. I guess it's all about her. Come on, y'all. Why being so melodramatic? That's not even what she was saying at all. And y'all know that. That's not the point that she was making at all. And so people want to be like, oh, well, Clarissa Shields ain't even that great. Amanda Serrano compliments is better. Okay, so if the accomplishments were switched, right? Amanda Serrano was 2-time world champion, undisputed in all these different weight classes and 15, 16 fights. And Clarissa Shields was a 7-division champion or whatever accolades they got. Y'all will be saying the same thing. Y'all will be saying the same thing. And nobody wants to be honest and say Clarissa Shields is the person that changed women's boxing. It was her. Once she won those 2 gold medals, which is something no American has ever done in boxing, male or female, won 2 back-to-back gold medals. people started paying more attention to women's boxing. Like, it was her. We gotta be, why y'all don't want to be honest about that? And I'm not taking nothing away from no other women's boxer, because yes, collectively they're all putting on for women's sports, because people are watching women's boxing now because these women are more skilled, they're more talented, they've been doing this since they were little, like the men been doing it. They going around the world whooping everybody. 2 Olympics. She beat everybody in the world twice. What are we talking about? So, I mean, I get it if you don't like her personality, but let's not act like there's not some type of effort to kind of passively aggressively just toss her off to the side and try not to mention her. And sometimes when she feel like they say things that she should have been mentioned, I get it. It's like, all right, chill out, girl. That wasn't really about you. But sometimes when she say things that she feel like she should have been mentioned, she's absolutely right. Or sometimes when she say things where it's like, oh, y'all trying to put this over me when that's not really how it is, and y'all trying to word it like this, she's right. So basically all I'm trying to say is, listen, over here at 2 Cents Boxing, you're entitled to your own opinion, right? But my 2 cents is, especially in this situation, I don't think Clarissa Shields is hating on anybody or trying to steal the spotlight. Cameron is the one that made all this public in the first place. When I seen the interview with Shields after the fight, she didn't seem like she was hating at all. And what Clarissa Shields is not going to do is let y'all take any recognition away from her. She's not going to let you say anything to her. She's going to respond. And I know people like this in real life. They're just hella competitive no matter what. I still have a friend to this day that don't like people to pass her on the road. It's crazy, right? But that's just how competitive me and some of my friends are. And we've been like that our whole lives, and we was like that growing up. And I get exactly where Clarissa Shields be coming from sometimes. Do I think she should be calling out Keith Thurman and woo woo woo? I mean, of course she don't think she's finna get in the ring in a sanctioned fight for 12 rounds and beat up Keith Thurman. She don't really think that, y'all. And I don't know why y'all think she think that either. She's a competitor. But that's all I'm saying. I just wanted to give you like a different perspective, especially from a woman's perspective, because when you a woman athlete coming up, you not, maybe it's different, a little different now because little girls are more athletic, but you're not competing. Coming up as an athlete, I wasn't going to the gym playing basketball with girls. I absolutely was not. So I had to be able to be good enough to play with the boys, and I was better than some of them. You get what I'm saying? I'm sure Clarissa Shields sparred men in sparring and she beat them up. What are we talking about? But is she going to be a professional fighter her way? Of course not. And we all know that. Do she be popping off sometimes too much? Maybe. But that's just her personality, and that's just who she is. So, I mean, if you don't like her for who she is, that's cool. But don't act like you don't see this, like, concerted effort to try to kind of downplay her or kind of keep her in the background or not mention her when she definitely should be mentioned about things, and give her respect and her accolades. Because I guarantee you, if Amanda Serrano had Clarissa Shields' accolades, she'd be mentioned every time, every list, she'd be on everything. And y'all know I'm not lying. But let me know what you think after hearing a different perspective about the Clarissa Shields situation by dropping your 2 cents below in the comments. Follow me on IG at 2 Cents Boxing. and follow me on X at 2 cents 20. I'm Jay, and stay tuned for my 2 cents in the next video.